Hey folks, 𝗪𝗵𝘁 here, values-driven coaching, and here's another set of insights with regard to what property managers really want. So I've written something that is called 21 Secrets, and it's 21 Secrets that property managers keep from their service partners, even though they don't want to. So what are some of those 21 secrets? Well, very often property managers will they will have certain unwritten expectations of their service partners that they can confide in. So there's a certain amount of confidentiality that is presumed that when you reach a level of relevance and you reach a level of trust with your property manager clients, then you have just become a resource. You become a sounding board. You become someone who is an advocate for them because they are still trying to navigate their own career, and you as a cleaning company professional have insights they do not. They are on site, they're on their portfolios, they have their teams, they have their clients, they have their tenants, they get all of that, but they don't know the rest of the market, and you do. By being, with your ear to the ground, and by being plugged into not just associations like BOMA and IREM and the different chapters and sponsorships and this and that, that's probably a given. However, being astute and being very, very aware as to who's disgruntled and thinking about moving, who needs to be recognized for their work and value and looking for a promotion, who is overworked and cannot see the way past this and looking for something else, who is kind of burnt out on their own property type and looking for a different avenue. You've got those skill sets that you can actually help your property manager clients come to the realization as to affirming their value, confirming what their skill set is and what other types of companies that they will be completely unaware of might be the best environments for their skill set, their personality type, their chemistry, and what makes them tick. So you possess, as a cleaning company executive, a wealth of information just from the outplacement category. What else do property managers really want but may be unspoken? They want you to become an extension of their management team. Cleaning companies, security companies, even landscapers to a degree, we are on the front lines. Their engineers are on the front lines, and they interact with tenants all day long and their vendor community and so forth. And I'm saying that that's a good extension of the internal embedded management team, but you are part of the external management team that can be an extension if your team, your crews actually observe what's happening on the property that might be beyond the scope. For example, stained ceiling tiles happen all the time. Lights out happen all the time. Different landscape-related issues that may have gone unnoticed. A sprinkler head that's popped. Property managers are less and less getting out on site and are more and more getting stuck behind their desk and relying upon their team and their extended team, including you, to be the eyes and ears for them, to be the mouthpiece for them, to articulate their message to tenants and their teammates, engineers, administrators, assistant property managers, etc., what they actually need to get done on the property. So there's some unspoken things that they can't ask you in the RFP. They won't ask you in the bid analysis to perform beyond the scope, but know that it is a strong desire of theirs to actually put that responsibility on their service partners. And you don't get to become a service partner unless you recognize that. You still stay as a vendor. So there's more on that in my coaching programs, but I'm not here to pitch that right now. I'm here to tell you Here's what property managers want. Here's what property managers need. They need somebody to take the lion's share of stuff off of them so they can free up their bandwidth to go heads down and focus on what matters most to them and their priorities for their clients and their tenants. So what keeps them behind the desk is going to suffocate them unless an extension of the management team can be evident, raise their hand, say, I got this, and I can be that set of eyes and ears for you. You're not blowing the whistle, you're not blaming anybody else, you're not playing any games, you're just advising the property management team as to what may have been noticed and what needs to be addressed by them before they get embarrassed by something that they should have otherwise caught if they were out walking the property with the routine and the frequency that they should. How else can you, what else do property managers want but maybe unspoken? They really want you to understand the pressure that they're under. Property managers have a lot of work, and by you saying, I know you're busy, that doesn't even start the conversation. Property managers have an enormous amount of pressure that comes from above. And what is above? Well, it's who their customers are. Their customers are their tenants, who, when they're irate, they can be a handful. Their customers are their property owners, their asset managers, who, when they need something, you got to stop everything and jump. Whenever you're jumping on a priority, whether it's 11th hour, last minute, a leasing tour, this and that, you can't devote your time to what you intended to do. So the best laid plans, very often by the end of the day, I've got leases open and files open and this and that. By the time I put it all away, I come back down to the one thing I started my day with and know that it never got addressed because the priorities just took that over. So be empathic with regard to the weight of pressure that property managers are on. So if they blow you off on a lunch date, it's not because they don't want to have lunch with you, it's just because they tell themselves that they cannot. They have too many other fish to fry before they get to do the elective things like join you for coffee or lunch. So be aware of that, recognize that, and maybe ask some general questions. What's it like to work for this owner? What's it like to work for this manager? What's it like to work for this company? What are the tenants like? And what are the big issues that you're having? How can I help? Maybe you can vent a little bit to me. That sounding board that said, oh, we had a similar situation like that at another property that we service. And, quite cleverly, it was handled this way. And so you give them food for thought. You're not trying to tell them their job and what to do, but to be that ear that they can just vent with. They'll thank you. They'll really, really thank you and say, thank you. Thank you for listening. I know this isn't your bailiwick, but thank you for just hearing me out. Sometimes by them verbalizing it allows them to arrive at the solution a lot faster than if they just kept it to themselves and stayed in a vacuum with the door closed. So heads down is something that is a symptom of a lot of the pressure that they're on to just get as much work handled as possible. What else do property managers really, really want? Yeah, they really, really want somebody that they can trust, that can be there. So your responsiveness, I mentioned this in some previous videos, as a cleaning company executive or in any other service partnership, your responsiveness to their issues goes a long way. So just because they need to jump when their property owner tells them to jump, you need to jump when they reach out to you. It's not an elective to get back with them. It's not at your earliest convenience. When I hear a lot of people, have you ever called somebody on the phone and their voicemail message is, please leave me your name and number and I'll call you back at my earliest convenience? Like, how rude is that? I don't know. Have you thought about that? It's really just bizarre. It's not at your earliest convenience. When it's convenient for you, that means I'll never hear from you. No, at your earliest opportunity. You might not be available right now, but at your earliest opportunity, absolutely, I'm going to drop everything and say, how can I help you? I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm with you. So be knowledgeable about the perspective that they come from, be knowledgeable about the workload that they're under, be knowledgeable about your ability to be valuable, and give them insights in the market that they wouldn't have otherwise had, and just be that sounding board. And soon you'll elevate your status from that vendor level to vendor partner level to service partner level to trusted advisor. And that's where we all want to be, because those are the ones where you have the best time doing the work that you love, working for the clients that you love and who love you back. And that's when the magic actually happens. So this is 𝗪𝗵𝘁, echoing a little bit from my cleanup book. There's going to be new things that are coming, so please stay tuned, because Cleanup 2.0 is right around the corner, and I'm going to be looking to invite a handful of people like you, perhaps, to join me in this particular mission. Please stay tuned, like and forward and share and comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to giving you way more insights in the videos in the weeks to come. I look forward to serving you, and thank you again for the privilege of your time.